regionality label as well. Now we know that this is the sales. Now go to the dashboards. Now when I select the south data, it has to display that south region say states, and also what is the sales and profit in the product subcategory. Okay, understood that, right? Now when I select the central, it is just highlighting the central. In the same manner, I need to display the central states here, and central states with the sales informations and the central wise sales information by product subcategory. To do that, I need to create a actions. To create actions on the dashboard, go to the dashboards tab and click on actions. Okay, in these actions, once you click on the actions, it will display the pop-up with this new window. Now see this, we have a add actions. Okay, normally you can apply this actions. We have a different actions. One is filter actions, highlighted, and URL actions. So now let's discuss about filter actions. To create the filter actions, just click on the add arrow mark and select the filter. Now when I select the filter, it is displaying the list of seats which are available in the dashboards. Now we know that my requirement is when I select the region column, when I select the region values, I need to display the relevant information on product subcategory and state. So now here my source sheet is region. Let's remove the other sheets here. That means this is my region, which is the source sheet. Now I need to filter the data when I select the region means, so remove this region on the target sheet as well. Now when I need to display the data means, we have a run action here. One is hover, select and menu. Now let me work with the select options. Now when you select the options, we have some more things is clearing the selections will. Show all value, leave the filter and exclude the filter. Now let's click on the show all value. That means when you select the region value, that will display all the values on the other charts. Now click on OK. So my source sheet here is a region pie chart, and one more is other target is states and product subcategory. Now see, when I select the central here, now see this, it is processing and displayed the list of states which is relevant to central region. See this, now state also filter the data and displaying central regions data. Here see this, appliance total sales is 1,69,000. Now to understand this, right, let me go to the product subcategory and now drag the regions on the label and the tooltip. Select the regions. Now we can understand that which region it belongs to. Okay, which region it belongs to. Go to the dashboards. Now see this, it is relevant to product subcategory is appliance and region is central, and what is the profit and what is the sales in the central region. Now let me select the south regions. Now click on the south regions. When you click on the south regions pie chart, it is displaying the south regions data. Also now you just mouse over on that. Now see this, now the region value is south. Now the region value is south. This is the way how to create a actions, on the sheets level, on the dashboards level, by working on the dashboards actions. So this is the way. Now when you select that, right, it is again coming as a same format. This is what select the filters. And let me create a highlighted action here. Go to the region field. Now see this, when I selected, this is the highlighted your actions, right? That means whatever the data it is selected, it is highlighting here. Now go to the dashboards. Drag the regions. So we have a highlighted action as well. Now drag this to here. Now see this, when I select the central region, that pie chart has been applied. That, see this, pie chart has been applied thus. This is the way highlighted actions works here. See, if I go to the actions, now see this, click on the highlighted action here, select, click on the selected fields, so region we have only one highlighted is regions. So select this, now click OK. Now see this, so this is the some other way to create the highlighted actions. So this is the way to create the highlighted actions. Now what is URL actions? Now say this, I have a data on the sheets, on the dashboards. Now I have a URL options. Now see this, I have a one region field, and when I select that region field, I need to go to the Google account or Amazon account or Flipkart, anywhere. You can give this google.com. Now click on this, now click OK. URL actions is the name, click OK. Now see this, when I select this one, it will redirect to the Google account, So this is the way how URL actions. Now see this, going to the Google only, see google.com, because we gave the URL for the Google account. So this is the way to represent the data. This is the way to represent the data here. So let me create a one more dashboards. Go to double click on this and select this. See, we have some other dashboards components. These we call it as we have a components called vertical, horizontal, text, image, web and blank page. Now see this blank page, nothing, it will only show you that the total is a blank page. Now see this, we have a drag sheet here. If you click on that, it will be cover up with the blank page. We don't normally use this. Now see this images. Now images, you can also place your images. By selecting the different images on that. See, now if you want to click on this one, now you can represent that these options on this. That means you can display your images on the dashboards. Not only this kind of things, we normally use real time. Those are the images which is relevant to the product, product. Now what is the web pages? Now see this, when I click on this, when I drag this web pages, if I give this www.com amazon.com, now if I click on this, right, now one sec, if you have an internet access, if you have internet, then it would be good to see this. Let me connect it to the net access so that it will be easy way to show you the web pages. The web pages will display the data by, if you give the some kind of URLs on that, right, it will give you that it will redirect to that page and display that page on the your dashboards itself. You don't want to search on the Google, it will display directly on the your sheets, your dashboards. So that is what the web pages. Text, we know that you can add the some kind of names by using text. Okay, sales dashboards, and give this, and you can select this. Now see this, we have a floating where it is giving you that data. See, you can enter the sales, otherwise you can also enter your own values like the detailed description about your reports. Okay, not only give the name or title of the dashboards, you can also describe your information on the about the sheets. Okay, this is about dashboards. Let's have a discussion about stories. Stories is a collection of worksheet and dashboards. Story is a collection of worksheet and dashboards. Now that means you can create the stories. By adding your dashboards and your sheets, worksheet. You can create the stories by clicking on this symbol. Otherwise, you go to the story tab and click on the new tab. This is the way to create the reports. This is the way to create the stories. Now, see, it is displaying now the list of dashboards and worksheet. Now, let me drag here. When you have a dashboards, when you drag the sheets here, right, it is saying this new blank point and duplicate the values. Now here you have add a caption. See this, we have a add captions here. Now you can write your own description about that. That means detail sales information in pie chart, sales information, sales region information, region sales info in a pie chart. In the same manner, if you click on this new blank and add one more sheet on this and give the detailed description on this. Okay, now detail info about state and sales. So this is the way. Now you can go here, you can directly go back to the options, or you can go here, you can directly go to the next sheet, duplicate that and add the dashboard, and here give that description about the data, so that you in the story it is giving you options to navigate one sheet to other sheet and one dashboard to other dashboards. Okay, that's a story concepts. You don't want to navigate to sheet, you just in the same story you can navigate from one sheet to another sheet. Okay, or one sheet to other dashboards as well. other dashboards as well. So this is the way how to create this actions. Now we have a one more actions on the worksheet action. We have covered the dashboards actions. Now let's work with the worksheet actions. Worksheet actions. Let's suppose that I have a actions, I have a seats, I have a customer segment, I have a customer segment. No, let me take product category and sales. Okay. Now I need to apply the actions on the product category, and when I select the product subcategory, when I select the product category bar, it has to display the product category data. That means there is a product category, product subcategory data, right? Now see this. This product subcategory has a list of some other product subcategories as well. Now that means when I select the furniture, it has to go to the one more sheet and display the relevant information on the sheet level. That means when I am selecting the furniture's data, it has to redirect to the sheet 6 and display the information on the sheet 6. To do that, right, I need to create a worksheet actions. To create a worksheet actions, just go to the worksheet tab and select the actions here. Select the actions. Now go to the filter actions and select this. Now my requirement is I need to select the sheet 5. When I select the sheet 5, it has to go to the your target sheet, that is sheet 6. Now here we have a list of all the sheets, right? Let me remove all the sheets. My source sheet here is sheet 5. Now that will be target to the sheet 6 here. Now to do that, right, I actually action sheet 5 to sheet 6. Okay, this is my filter actions. Click OK. Now see this. Go to the sheet 5. And now when I select the furniture's data, it is now going to the sheet 6. See this. Now it is now going to the sheet 6. Automatically the filtered self is displaying the actions. Okay, actions. Now it is displaying the product subcategory of bookcases, chairs and tables, right? Okay, now go to the sheet 5. Let me select the technology now. If I select the technology, now it is relevant, it is displaying the relevant data which is related to technology. Now go to the sheet 5 and click on furniture. See this. When I select the furniture, it is going to the sheet 6 and displaying the data. This is the way how to create a worksheet actions. Now see, let me create a one more actions by using different shapes. Okay, now I have a actions, action in button. I have a button here and just give the button. Okay, and click OK. Created a button field. This is actions. Now select the shapes and drag the button on the shapes. Double click on that. I need to give the arrow marks, so click on the arrow. Now click on the move arrow. Now see this. We have a move bar now. See, I have a this bar now. Now what is my requirement is when I select this button, it is automatically moving to the, see, going back. Let me select that what actions it automatically created that. See, it is again automatically selected the seats now. Now remove this. Now see this, it is not redirected to the actions. So now what is my requirement? When I selected this button, I need to go to the dashboard 1. Okay, go to the sheet and click on the actions, and here go to the filter data and select that. Here when I select the sheet number 7, it has to go to the dashboard 1. Now see this, click OK. Now see this, when I select the button and the sheet number 7, now it is redirected to the sales dashboard. Okay, that is the actions, how to move from one dashboard to other dashboard, one sheet to other dashboards, and sheet to sheet, dashboard to dashboards as well. So this is the kind of actions what we normally create. Okay, this is about dashboards. So now we'll going to discuss about group and sets. And here see, when we see the data, we have a kind of more values or more rows on this. Now when you have a more data on the different columns, so now by using groups we can combine the data. So we can combine the data and analyze the data. See, when I say this, groups is a combination of dimensions members. Okay, now we can apply the groups on the dimensions and measures as well. So now if I say the groups is a combination of the data, when you want to analyze the data by combining the dimensions members, we can create the groups. So sets here is, when we say the sets, right, set is a combination, set is a subset of data, and where you can give some condition on the subset. Or so if I want to apply the subset, I can only create sets and dimensions. I cannot create the set and measures. So I can also create the calculation. I can use the set in the calculations. So I can use the set in the calculations, and I can use the group only on the dimension and measures value. Now let's suppose that I have a customer data, I have a customers and sales data here. Now I want to group the customers, right? I can select the headers. See, I can select the headers and I can group the people. See, we have a group symbol here. I have a group symbol here. Otherwise you can select the data like this. I can select the data and click on the group members here. See, this is the group where you can combine the data. Now when I click on the group, it is displaying the customer name. Now click on the group. Now see this, whatever the dimensions member created as a group, it is displaying as a different colors. Now see this, so it is showing in the gray color, it is showing as a blue color. So why it is differentiating that? We actually added these customers as a group. See, when you created a group, it is created a one more dimensions as a customer name group. Here the customer name group, right? Here see this, whatever this in that group, it is showing as a blue color. Rest of other people are showing as a others in a gray color. Now let me edit the group. Right click on the group name and the dimensions and go to the edit group. Now select the group, and here we have a group, rename and ungroup them. Okay, and we are going to rename the group. So we can say this A groups. A group. Okay, A group, and click on that. Now see this. See, we have a group here. That means who are the part of that group, we call it as a group. This is the one way to create. This is the way to create the group, and we have a one more way to create a group is right click on the customer name and go to the create a group. See this, create, click on the group here. Now we can see this list of all the customers names here, list of all customer names here. Now I want to create a group, rename the field name as a customer group, and now what is my requirement is I want to create a group for the dimensions member or customer names with the all the letters which is started with the A. See now, once you see this find members, and now click on the starts with. So if I give the A, right, give the A and click on find all here. Now see this, you can see the list of all the people who are part of the A, start with the A name. Now click on group. Now you selected the group, right? Now click on group. Now see this, we have a group A customers, now collapse it to, now create that and now collapse it. Now we have a group B. Now I have a B which is started with the B letters. So give this B letter here and click on find all. Now click on a group. So automatically B who started with the B letter, it is created as a group. So GRO group B, group B customer. This is the way how we normally create a group. Now if you want to add C, name who starts with the C letter, okay, and I want to add the C letters into B group. Now click on this, start with enter A and select this. Now I selected the list of all the people, list of customer name who started with C name, C letters. Now see this, now I want to add this C letter customer names into B. If you want to add them into the B or C group, right, B or A group, just go to add to. See, we have a add to symbol here. Now select the group A or group B. Now I am selecting group B. Now those customer names who start with the C letter is a part of C. Now is a part of B. Now this is the part of B. Now go to top and make that to be collapse. Now I have a list of other peoples like that, other names like that. Now I don't want to create some other group who are not part of the groups. I make it as a others. Now others, see, if you click on the include others, the rest of other people who are not part of that A group or B group, it will be added as a group others. So this is the way to create the groups here. Now select this, click on apply. Now automatically this group customer group will be added into your dimensions. See, your dimensions. These are the group name which we created. Now if I drag my customer name group, it is displaying like this. Now we don't have a list of members like sheet 1. See that here we have a list of the groups, list of the dimensions members, and now we created as a groups, and we are observing that groups like A group, group B and others customers. Now let's see this how the sales in between A group and B group and others, right. See, this is the way to identify the data. I have a group A customer, group B customer and others customer, where I can analyze the data by even table calculation of the percentage of total. Now see this, in the total contributions of 100%, the others are contributed 82%, rest of other A group and B group has contributed 10 and 7%. So this is the way to display the data on this. Now see, now one more is, I have a product name, in that I have a product category, click on the show filter. Now I am creating a group, group for the product category wise names. Now I want to create a group for only furniture data, furniture product name. Now I clicked on the furniture's data, and it is displayed the furniture data only, furniture product name. Under furniture's data, under furniture product category, I have this list of product names. Now let me create a group with the furniture's data. Now if you want to create a group, right, Control A, click on Control A, it will select all the data. Now go to the group, click on product name, and it is created a product name here. Click on edit group. See, automatically whatever the data in product, right, in from the furniture's product name, it is created as a one group, rest of other data created as a it is displaying as a other group, furniture group. This is furniture group, and let's say that product furnitures. Okay, this is product furnitures. Now click apply. Now see this. Now let me create a one more group, but when you create a one more group for office supplies, one more group for the office supplies, you just remove this, and select the office supplies. Before selecting the office supplies, you need to remove color legend as well. That product name group you need to remove. Now select the office supplies. Now these are the list of product names from office supply. Control A, create a group and edit the group. Edit group name. Now we have a product which are from office supplies. Change this group as a office supplies. Rename office supplies group. Now click OK. Now I want to create the one more group for technology. Let first remove the furniture group here, and now select only technology. Now these are the list of the group who are from technology. Now create a group again. Now it's number 3. Now change that to group as a technology group. Product name technology group. Rename the products as well, technology group. Now click apply. Now we created a 3 groups. Now one is furniture, office supplies and technology. Now see, if I drag my furnitures, if I drag the dimensions members, now with the sales, right, now see this, what is the sales, what is the furniture group sales. Now it is 31,78,000. Now let me create a one more group with the office supplies. Let me drag the office supplies with the sales. Now see this, what is the sales by supplies, office supplies. Now one more, we created a group, drag that and understand the data. Now see this, in this 3 groups from sheet 2, sheet 3 to sheet 4 and sheet 5, we have a different groups here, and we can analyze that how many furnitures, how many groups are available in that furnitures, how much data, and how what is the sales in between each product category. Okay, now see this. This is the way to identify the data by grouping the dimensions members. We created a group for all the product names, and that we can analyze the data. We can analyze the data. Now this is the way to analyze the data when we are group the dimensions members. Now let me create a group on the measures as well. Now when I say this, when I apply the dimensions, when I apply the group for the measures, right, when I apply the dimensions for the groups for the measures, there we have a sales, there we have a dimensions like sales. When I take the sales and we have a sales numbers, sales is, actually starts with the 1 rupees to maximum how many values we have, and that. Now I want to group the sales from the 1 rupees to 100 rupees, 1 to 100 rupees, or 1000 rupees, 1000 to 2000 rupees, like this. Now so that we can understand the data and how much sales in between 1 rupees to 1000 rupees. Now let's right click on the sales name and click on the groups. Now in that, select the 1 rupees. The least sales is 1 rupees. Now select the 1000 rupees here. Now in between 1000 rupees, I selected 1 rupees to 1000 rupees. Click on a group. Now 1 to 1000 sales. Now like that you can group the dimensions members, 1 to 2000, 1 to 10,000, as much as possible, as much as possible. Like let me create a one group with the now one more group 1000 to 2000. This is the way to group the sales measures as well. Now 2000 to 10,000, 6,000, as much as possible for you. Okay, so 12,000, create a group, 2k to 12k. This is the dimensions members, and rest of other include as a groups. See, now click OK. Now create a group. Now it's automatically created under the dimensions only. Now you can click on the sales. Now understood that what is the sales in between 1000 rupees to 1 rupees to 1000 rupees. See here you can understand that 1 rupees to 1000 rupees total sales is 16 lakhs. Okay, 1000 rupees to 2000 is 12 lakhs, and now 2000 to 12k almost 45 lakhs. This is the way how we normally include the measures as a groups and understand the data. Okay, now this is the process to get the data. And one more is, now I have a requirement where I want to understand that, okay, I want to understand that how many products, instead of products, right, let's take the customer name. Now I have a customer names almost 4000 records. Okay, almost, let's take this, I have a almost 4000 customer names since 2010 to 2013. So here I want to know that who are the customer has been in 2011 and 2012 also. That means who normally is a part of your business at 2011, the same customers should be part of your 2012 also. Let's create a sets and let's create a group and understand the data. Same way how we normally created a group for the product, we need to apply the same concepts here. Now drag the customer name and filter for the order date and select the only 2012. 2012. Now see, I have a list of people who are part of your business at 2011. Now Control A, create a group. Create a group and let me know which group it is. See, this is the customer name group 1. Now let me rename that. They are on 2011 data. 2011 data. Create this 2011 customer 11 data. Now need to create a 2012 as well, right? Now instead of that, now select the 2012. Now we can see the list of all the names who are from 2012 as well. 2012 as well. Now it's automatically created a group name too. Now rename that. Data. They are from 12 and change that to 12 data. So now click OK. Now see this, how many in 2011 and how many in 2010. To do that, right, you just drag this 2000 now drag the customer name and right click on that, go to measures, click on count. Now see this, how many customers. So we have a almost 9,426 customer names in part of your business. Now I want to check that who are in 2011. Drag that to filter. Now select 2011. Now see this. See, I have almost 5,549. I have a 5,549 in 2011. 2011 customers data. 2011 customers, and now I am creating a one more sheet for the 2012 customers. Once you drag the customer name, right click on and click on count off. Now drag your 2011 to the filter and see this, how many customers in the 2012. Now we have a 5,628 in 2012 and 2011's 549. These are the people who are in part of your data, on 2011 and 2012. This is what how to find out. How to find the data. Now let's create a sets. Now. So let's load one more data. This is for almost all the groups, sets only, right? Groups. Now let me load one more data with the new data source. Open the workbook and connect it to the Excel sheet and select the data. Now drag this, go to worksheet. Now let's have a sets concepts. Now see, I have a set. Now what is set is? Set is a subset of data. Where you can give some condition on the sets. But here we have a two types of sets. One is constant set. One more is computed set. In constant set, you can't apply any conditions. That means you can't filter the data. But computed set, you can filter the data. See now how to apply the constant set. Now once you drag your product name, once you drag and you just apply that. Okay, you just apply that and select this. Now see this, I am creating a set by selecting the your dimensions members and instead of group, right, we need to create the set only. So set you can create once you mouse over on the selected group, selected product dimensions, product numbers, we have a set symbol here. See, we have a create set. Now I am creating a computer set. Now create a set, select this, top products, but we don't know top product, we don't know how much, what is the top product, like top 10 products or top 3 products or top 5 products. We normally created a one set. This is called a constant set. Once you create a set, it will be created a separate folder in the data window. It will be created a separate created a set in the data window, and it will be added under the field that set. Now see, the top product is a one set. Now see, thus we have a set is a folder, in that we have a top product. Now let me see this, what is the set. Now understood that when you drag your set which you created, right, it is showing in and out, but when you create a group members, right, it is showing actually as a others and group name. Here it is showing group and other, but here in set, right, it is displaying in and out. In means who are part of that created set. Now let me see this, who are the in that set. See, we have a, it is showing that in and out. In means who are part of the set, that means those product name are in set. Rest of other people who are in out normally. You can also check this, who are the part of your set. Right click on the product and click on the show members list. See this, these are the products under these are the product which are in part of your your set. This is the way how to create a constant set. Now let's create a computer set. See, I have a products and sales. Now I want to create a top 10 product name by using set. Okay, now right click on the product, and the dimensions, and go to create and click on set. Now if I want to create a top 10, right, top 10 product, and go to the use all, select the use all, and now click on the top tab, go to by field. Now we have a top 10 customers, top 10 sales by product. Now click on this, automatically this top 10 will be under the set. Now see, we have a top 10. Let me create a one more set which is bottom 10. Same bottom 10, click on use all, go to top and select the bottom and give the top 10 here and top 10 product. Top 10 product. Now see this. See, we have a list of products which are from top 10. See, now let me show you that who are the top 10. I don't want to display rest of other data. See, these are from top 10 products. Top 10. Now one more is, let me drag bottom 10 now. We created a bottom 10. Let me display the members list, and now drag our sales. Now see this, these are bottom 10. We started with the 7 rupees product to 40 rupees products. Now we are now created a individual sheets, right, separate sheets. Now I want to display top and bottom list of products in the same sheet. To create that, we need to, now we have a combined set in the set. To create that, just we need to combine the two sets. Now we created a top 10 and bottom 10 products, right? Now select the two fields and right click on the fields, and see thus we have a create combined field. This is the create combined field. Now create a combined field and top and bottom. Now I am going to show you that how to create a top 10 and bottom 10 products in the same sheet. Now we have a sets. Now which one you wanted to display that? First you want to display the top 10 or bottom 10. Now if I select this bottom, right, this here, sorry, instead of bottom, see we select that bottom 10 and top 10 products. Now we have a list of some options here. So all members in both set. I want to display both members in the same set only. So I am going to use the show all members in a both set. I cannot use the shared members in a both set because they are from different, and because who got the top 10, they will not be in bottom 10, right? So let's have the same kind of options in the set, that is all members in both set. Click OK. Now one more set is created, that is combined set. Drag this and click on show members list only. These are almost top and bottom 10 product data. Now drag this sales. Now see this, display the data. Now it is applying that somewhere it is displaying top, somewhere displaying bottom as well. See in middle somewhere displaying here, because it is giving you that a alphabetical order. Now I want to separate this, who are the top 10 and who are the bottom 10. To do that, just go to and click on ascending or descending, whatever you want to display that. Let's display the first top 10 and second bottom 10. See, these are the bottom 10 people, sorry, top 10 people, rest of others bottom 10 people. So this is the way how to display bottom and top 10. Bottom 10, okay, top and bottom 10 data. By using set, you can combine the data and you can create a combined sets into one sheet only. This is the way to create the data on this. Now so now we cannot use the top 10, we cannot use the set in the measures. See, we don't have a set options to create in the measures data. Now we can also apply some of the conditions. Now we created a set which is the top 10 and bottom 10, right? Now give the condition on that. Okay, I want who are more than 20,000 sales data, sales by customers. Okay, now go to the usual, click on the usual, go to condition, click on by field. Now I want to display more than 20,000. Now give this more than 20,000. Now click OK. The same kind of features we can see in the filter shelf as well. The filters difference between filter and set is only one option. We missed it. We have a wildcard in the filters, but we have only 3 tabs. One is general, condition and tab, but in filter we have a general, wildcard, condition and top. Okay, now here we have only 3 options. Now let me create one more set. that is now created automatically under the top. Okay, now drag that, show members list. Now you can see the customers who are done more than 20k. Now see this, you can see the who are done 20k. See this, it started with the 20,072. So because we gave the condition on that, we gave the condition on that. This is the way how to create the set as well and apply the condition on the set. Now now let's have a discussion about group. We completed the sets and groups. Now let's go to bin now. Bin. What is the bin normally? See, the bin is a kind of, it's a kind of data where you can combine and give the some size, give the some specific size on the data and understand the data. That means, see, you can apply this bin in the sales level, or that means you can apply the bins in the measures level only. Now let's create a bin on the measures. Once you see this measures, right, you just right click on the sales, go to create, you can create the bin now. So create a bin now. See this, we have to give the size of the bin. That means, see, you have a sales, it started with 1 rupees to almost 1 lakh rupees. Let's check that we have a 1 lakh rupee sales. Now I am going to split the data. That is 1 rupees to 1000 rupees and 1000 rupees to 2000 rupees, 2 to 3, like this. That means I am going to give the size for the your sales. I am splitting the data by creating a bin size. Normally, if I have an example saying that, see, when we see the cricket matches, right, they are actually split the all overs by all overs. If you have a 50 overs, they will split the data by 10 overs to 10 overs, like that. That means if you want to understand that, they will split the data by 1 overs to 1 to 10 overs and 10 to 20 overs, 20 to 30 overs. And you realize that what is the runs in between in that overs, 40 to 50 overs. Now when you see this 1 to 10 overs, you can analyze that in between that overs what is your runs. What is the runs in between 1 over to 10 overs. Okay, suppose if you have a 90 runs in between 1 to 10, the total it is displaying as a 90. Now if you have a 10 to 20 is 70 runs in between 10 overs to 20 overs. Now in the same way I am applying that. I want to check that how much sales in between 1 rupees to 1000 rupees, 1000 rupees to 2000 rupees, like that. I want to split the data. So now let's split the data. Bin of size is 1000 now, because I have to create a size for the 1 rupees to 1000 rupees. Now sales bin, now it's automatically created a field under the dimension only. Now under the dimensions, go to the dimensions and see this, we have a sales bin. Now drag the sales to the column and again drag our sales to understand that sales value. Now see this, we have a splitted the data, then 0 to 1000, 0k to 1000k, 1000k to 2000k, 2000 to 4000, 4000 to 5000, like this. Now let me understand that how much sales in between 1000 rupees, 0 to 1000 rupees. See, 0 to 1000 rupees sales is 16 lakhs 60,000. 16 lakhs 60,000 and 1 rupees to 1000 k 12 lakhs. This is the way to understand the data. Understand the data. Now if you want to understand instead of sales, instead of total sales by 0 to 1000, right? If you want to understand that how much transaction you have done in between 0 to 1000 means instead of sales you can drag your number of records to the label. Number of records to the label. Their records are 7,426. The same example we can say that there is a 90 runs in between 1 hours to 10 hours. Now how many batsmen they normally did this score? Okay, of course there could be a 3 batsmen contribution equal to 90 overs, 90 runs. Of course here 2 batsmen contribution is 70 runs. The same way here 7,426 customer, or I can say the transactions, or I can say the number of transaction, or I can say the number of records contribution is 1 to 1000 k. Okay, this is the way how to understand the data. See this, it is displaying that number of records is 7,426. The total sales is 16 lakhs. Here also I can say that where I can contribute that data is almost, you can say that's 90 runs. 90 runs means 3 batsmen equal to 90 runs. Here I say this 7,426 contribution equal to 16,60,092. Okay, this is the contribution how we normally understand by using bin. Okay, this is the bin.